Welcome back to Anything Outdoors with Steve. I'm Daniel. Today I'm at my house in northeast Thailand, and I'm going to be planting trees all day long. In this video I'm going to show you my preferred methodology for planting trees here in Isaan so that they have the highest probability to thrive. Okay, let's move it. Here in northeast Thailand, this red clay is what you'll typically find all over. This is the typical soil throughout Isaan. Now it makes really good country road building material. If you come to Isaan, you'll see all the cars and the motorcycles are covered with this red dust, and this is where it's coming from. Now, as far as roads go, great material. For planting anything, not so much. Yeah. If you come to any farm in northeast Thailand and you dig down through the topsoil, you will inevitably run into red clay, Isaan red clay. Typically the topsoil layers in farms runs maybe a meter, maybe meter and a half, not much more than that. And then there's red clay. Red clay is a very poor material for trying to grow anything in. There's low nutrient value. There's a few trace minerals, that's about it. And the drainage is awful. You'll find when you try to dig in red clay, it is like trying to dig in cement almost. And I'm not being hyperbolic there. It's really a struggle to get through red clay. When I first tried to plant something in Isaan, I just grabbed a shovel and naively thought that I would be able to just dig down into the red clay, and it was not happening. So today I have my trusty crocodile with me. I just bought this new one yesterday because I'm going to give it a good workout today. All right, let me see if I can try and dig my first hole. So these coconut trees I planted about, I think we're going on 4 years now. I planted those before I built my house. The front space in front of the house doesn't have very many trees in it yet, so I'm going to remedy that today. The first tree I'm going to plant today is going to be a mango. I was pleasantly surprised to find that mangoes thrive here in Isaan. I have quite a few. I have maybe 20 of them planted in the back, and they produce mangoes on a regular basis, so I'm going to put a few more in the ground. I already have 2 of them growing here in the front, so I'm going to balance out this side of the yard by tossing in a couple more. Okay, let's move this baby out of the way so it doesn't run into mishap. Okay, let's lay you down there, buddy. All right, let's see how the crocodile does in this. Now the depth of the hole is not as important as the breadth of the hole. So we don't want to plant it too deep, but I want to have room below the tree for it to expand its roots into fertile soil, which red clay is not. So I've dug this approximately twice as deep as the root ball and about 3 times the width of the root ball. We're going to backfill the hole with chicken manure, a chicken manure and soil mixture, and then we're going to do the same on the sides. So in the bottom of the hole, I'm putting chicken manure. Now, here's something to note. It's really important. Do not put your tree roots in direct contact with raw chicken manure. It's highly nitrogenous material. The nitrogen content in chicken manure will burn the roots of your tree. So I'm putting that there temporarily. Then I'm going to dump some soil in it, on top of it, and mix the soil and the chicken manure together. And then I'm going to put another layer of just soil without any chicken manure in it, so that the brand new baby tree roots don't come in direct contact with any of the chicken manure. All right, there's your chicken manure education for the day. Okay, so on top of this chicken manure, I'm going to be putting compost. This is beautiful compost. I bought it from a guy yesterday. This is some fantastic material. As soon as I saw it, my eyes lit up. This is really nice stuff. I'm going to put some in the bottom first, and I'm going to mix it. I'm going to mix the chicken manure with it a little bit, so that in the near future, the newly forming roots of the tree don't come into contact directly with raw chicken manure. I'm going to dump a little bit more in there. Now I want to try to make it so that the top of the root ball is going to be level with the ground level. Let's test it out. I might need just a little bit more. So we don't want it to be too deep in the hole. We want the roots to grow down. We don't want it to get flooded. It doesn't flood. It doesn't rain that much here in Isaan, but when it does, man, it really rains. Put a little bit more dirt in there. A little bit more compost. I'm gonna throw a little bit of the clay in here too. Okay, let's measure our root ball here. So it looks like we have just about enough compost and chicken manure beneath the root ball, so that the top of the root ball is just about level with the ground around it. Now I'm going to put a little teeny bit of compost above this root ball, because some of the roots are exposed. We don't want the roots to dry out on top. We don't want it to flood, but that doesn't happen that much in Isaan anyway, so I don't think we have a higher risk of that. Now I'm going to backfill around the root ball with mostly compost and a little teeny bit of chicken manure. Like I said, you have to go easy with the chicken manure because it will burn the delicate roots of the new tree. All right. Okay, I'm going to fill around the root ball with this awesome compost. And in the compost, I'm going to put just a little bit more chicken manure, just a little bit more. And I'm going to keep it far away from I'm going to keep it a bit of a distance from the delicate roots of the tree. And then on top of that, I'm going to use some of this original material to backfill, but I don't want the grass roots. I want to discourage the grass around it for as long as possible. Okay, so we will backfill with a little bit of this material. Here's another trick that I like to employ when I backfill, I like to try and form a little basin around the base of the tree so that when it rains, it collects a little reservoir of water. I'm going to preempt the inevitable question or commentary by viewers who customarily unravel the root balls of their trees before planting them. I choose to err on the side of not unraveling the root balls. I don't want to risk damaging the delicate root system of the tree, and more importantly, I don't want to risk having an air pocket after I plant it, which is pretty much a death sentence here in the hot, dry climate of Isaan. In about 3 more years, this will be the approximate size of that little mango tree. Thank you for watching my video.